Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Jana McMordie, and I'm the host of Second Act Actors, a podcast and a web series where I chat with people who changed careers into acting and the entertainment industry later on in life, as well as those who have supported us along the way. It has been 4 years since I had my first Second Act Actors conversation. I cannot believe where the time has gone. So I decided 4 years in that I wanted to do a little Where Are They Now offshoot series. Because again, a lot has happened in the entertainment industry, in the world, let's be honest, over the past 4 years. So I'm so excited to introduce you to episode 1 of my Where Are They Now series, where I talk to MADELINE DeCORSO, my very first Second Act Actors guest, and my very first actor friend. We met doing background work on Guillermo del Toro's film Nightmare Alley, and that changed my life because it introduced me to MADELINE. MADELINE and I, and we talk about this in the episode you are about to hear, we have now been creatively collaborating quite a bit over the last 4 years. We've produced 2 films together. We've gone to countless film festivals and seen so many movies together. And I cherish this individual. I cherish her. She's one of my best friends. She is probably one of the most influential people in my acting career and in my creative career. And again, the last 4 years couldn't have happened without her. So please enjoy the incredible MADELINE DeCORSO. Where is she now? What has happened to her over the last 4 years? Please enjoy. Happy 4 years.
Oh my God, happy 4 years.
This is crazy. This is crazy. I can't believe it's been over 4 years. Again, how we met still makes me so happy.
It's incredible.
When I was listening to our episode, it's one of those weird fate moments that you're like, how did this happen? And then when I look at the things we've done over the last 4 years, I'm like, they wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for that AD putting
I was going to say, shout out to that AD wherever you are.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for pairing us in a bumper car together.
Yeah.
You changed our lives.
Yeah.
So,
and when I was re-listening to our episode, you had a really great story about Willem Dafoe and him loaning you his mitts, which is just like another epic story on a film set, which I think doesn't happen very often now that we're even more experienced in film.
Yeah, I don't think nothing has happened like that since, I will say. I don't think. No.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Pretty spectacular. Yeah.
My guy. Every time I see him in a movie, I'm like, there's my close personal friend, Willem.
Willem Dafoe, my guy. I think about that whenever I see Guillermo del Toro.
Yes.
And I mean, now he also has had an excellent 4 years.
Yes.
Since we met.
Yes. Our close personal friend, Guillermo del Toro.
From Nightmare Alley.
Yes.
He did a little film, called Frankenstein. Yeah. Yeah. We were not background on
No.
neither of us.
No, we were not.
But okay, yeah, it has been literally 4 years to the day that you and I recorded the very first episode of Second Act Actors. When I re-listened to the episode, I talk about there being a blizzard outside. I, at that time, was living up north. I was not in Toronto.
Oh my God.
And we are now I'm staring at what was a blizzard situation in here in Toronto. So happy 4 years.
Happy 4 years.
It's still snowing in Canada.
It's
4 years
snowing, but you live here now.
I live in Toronto now.
I live in Toronto.
So much has happened.
So much.
Big move. So yeah. Tell us what has happened in the last 4 years. Where are you now, Madeline?
Well, like in time and space?
All of it.
That's a great question. I'm everywhere.
I took notes just in case. Things you've done.
I mean, we've worked together.
Mm-hmm.
Notably, I would say. That's been such a highlight for me over the past 4 years. We've produced 2 shorts together.
Yeah. I have props.
Show and Tell.
Show and Tell.
Our most recent one, Ladyfingers.
Yeah.
And this one, You Deserve It. Really special. We were both in it. And you wrote it. I wrote it and produced it. We produced it together. And that was a really special special film.
Yeah.
For us.
Award-winning film. Also an award.
Yes.
film.
So special. So that has been an amazing thing. When I think back, I was so 4 years ago so focused on acting kind of as a single thing,
Mm-hmm.
or as one thing to focus on, and I still very much am, but being on the side of producing and writing has been so exciting, and I still don't identify as a creative person.
Still calling bullshit 4 years later. Like,
Don't feel creative, but I feel like I feel lucky that I have been able to explore more avenues in this field, I guess. And I have to shout out, Firecracker and Lift and all these incredible women-led institutions, I'll say, that have pushed us to do these things and given us the opportunity to even try. And it's been wonderful.
Did you ever think, like, thinking back to when we recorded, or even like thinking back to like our time on set as background, that you would be writing, producing? And you've now produced another short film.
Yes.
Like 3 days.
Yes.
Like both of these were 1-day shoots. You've now done 3 days, 3 different locations.
Yes. That was amazing. And I think back to our interview and when I said I felt most confident on set, I still feel that way. And I think maybe deep down I thought producing or writing could be possible. But I think maybe I never thought it would happen so soon, really. Or I don't know. I think so, when I mentioned that I've been producing, a lot of people are like, oh my God, like, you like producing? It's like really divisive, I guess, or like it's really makes me laugh. But honestly, what I love about producing, my favorite part is getting the crew together, finding them. We mandated an all women and non-binary crew on You Deserve It, and I've been attempting to keep that going on all my projects. And so, and when I look back, I said, I just want to surround myself with more creative people. And as a producer, that's what you get to do. You get to just find all these creative people and watch them work together and make something. And that's what I find to be like the highlight of producing.
Yeah.
That being said, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I think this year I want to kind of turn back my focus onto my acting career more so.
Yeah. It's interesting because I think when I was listening back to your episode, a whole bunch of what we talked about was the fact that both of us have very logical brains, and that we could kind of, like, I know you would kind of clock it in my self tapes and vice versa. And, a lot of things that we talked about were very like, I'm going to logically approach my entertainment career like I did my, business analyst career, medical career. Producing, I find, is extremely logical. I mean, there's a lot of creative aspects to it, but I think it's one of the most logical things on a film set because you have lists and things to do. Do you think did that like kind of fuel that logical part of your brain when we kind of struggled to find that in acting?
Absolutely. Like I felt like, I don't know. I don't want to say it came naturally to me, but
I 100% think it comes naturally to you. Oh my God.
The way I approached it, again, I still don't know what I'm doing. Like no one really knows what they're doing. I definitely don't. But the way I approached producing was kind of, okay, on the shoot day, what does the cinematographer need to succeed? What does the director need? What is the grip? What did they all individually need to succeed and do the best job they can do? And then work back from there, the steps to achieve that. So that's how I approached producing without even realizing that that's what I was doing. And yeah, I guess in a way it was it fueled that logical side of me. It's funny. I don't even think I'm a very logical person. Not creative, not very logical. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It's so funny. It's funny that like you see that in me. And I don't really see it in myself, but I don't know. Something about being on set and making films or making something, it doesn't have to be films, it just feels so right to me.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
That's,
And
yeah.
yeah, I love it.
I think what's really awesome and indicative of like who you are as a human, as a producer, is the fact that the vast majority, I would say, of your crew members on all three of your films have been the same people.
Yes.
They've been like, I will come back because I love working with Madeline.
That's very nice. And I feel so grateful for that. And shout out to all of you who worked with me over these past 3 films. Yeah, I also, and we both spoke about this. There's an air to film sets, or there have been, where it's can be a men's club, or if you don't know, you're made to feel like really not dumb, I would say, but there's just there can be really, because you're trying to achieve something in a limited amount of time, pressure, stress gets high, and people can act, just not kind to one another.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to make sure that that didn't happen on our sets. And trying to build an atmosphere of like mentorship as well. Finding that balance between wanting to work with the very best of the best, but also understanding that people need experience and people need to learn. And so trying to, I don't know, I think we did a good job at striking that balance. Again, it's a lot of luck too. Like who was available, who was interested in the project. It's a lot of luck too. So I just feel very lucky as well.
I think another huge strength of yours is the ability to. I'm trying to think how best to describe this. I was like seeing what people need in a way that I know myself as a producer didn't see. Like you'd be like, oh, we should do XYZ. Don't forget about XYZ. Or, it'd be really fun. Ask everyone their favorite snacks and get everyone the snack and label it with their name on all the, like, just, there's like a people, like, it's just like a love of people, and also what would make people happier. And that's been a big learning thing for what I've learned from you, and like mentorship that I've gotten from you, is you being like, oh, we should do this. I'm like, dude, yes. Oh my God.
That's so nice. Mentorship. Me mentoring.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think also I will say, like, we've talked about this too. Like I want to make high quality things. And I didn't have enough of technical background to understand how to do that. So what I could do was have the people with those skills be as happy and as content.
Yeah.
And have hopefully enough resources to do that.
Yeah.
On a limited budget. Because Canada, and we have so much to offer and so much talent across the board, that even on a 1-day short film shoot, I was like, we can make this good and great. And of course, a lot of learnings, I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done XYZ. But that's just part of it, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. So we recorded January 2022.
Wow.
A lot of things we talked about in our episode, again, pandemic, lots of things which the whole world has changed. But I wrote a list of things you've done the last 4 years. I'm sure it's not a complete list because I was just lying in bed and thinking of all the things that you've done. One thing I will touch on before we talk about your very successful voiceover career is you made your Toronto theater debut.
Oh my God. I was like, what are you going to say? I did make my turn.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did. And I will say understudies are very important.
Yes, they are. They're probably the most important people.
Yes. I made my my Toronto theater debut with Alumni Theater, an incredible women-run non-for-profit theater in the east end of the city. It was one night only.
It was so good.
So really put it all out there.
So good.
Worked with incredible people and had a great time. That meant a lot to me. That was definitely a goal I had, was to do some form of theater, and I would really like to do more of it. There's just something so special about theaters that's different than film. You have it's just that one chance to do it, and you have to be so present and in the moment, and rely on your fellow actors. And anyway, I just loved it. I had such a great time.
It was awesome.
It was a 3 hour, it was like over 3 hours long. So thank you to those who watched it.
You're awesome. It was great. Another thing, again, the voiceover, well, we will come back to that because it's been epic for you. You had a really wonderful commercial, Skip the Dishes, that everyone, I think, in this country has seen. If they watch
Yes.
TV at all.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So awesome.
I got to like use a screwdriver and hammer and like attack a block of ice full of raw shrimp over and over and over for 12 hours. And I got shrimp juice in my eye. It turned yellow. I'm allergic to raw shrimp. I discovered I got
Oh my
hives.
gosh.
I didn't tell anyone on set, but I got hives all over my hands and I cut myself. I shouldn't be sharing this. But the crew were great and they really took really great care of me. But what's funny is I would do it all again in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like that was an incredible experience. The director, Zach Mapp, was amazing and really let me, sometimes with commercials, we don't get the chance to really like, get into a character, or maybe they're not as dramatic, or it's just a different style, right? Sometimes, but this felt very dramatic.
Yeah.
And
Dark
dark
lighting
and like a horror film.
So
and the director really let me, like I just give it all, I guess I would say. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was incredible. And so you do these things if you're, we get to do some awesome things and you do them on set, and then you're kind of, it's out of your mind for a while. Who knows what's going to happen to it? It might get cut. Who knows? You might be in the commercial for like 0.1 second, or it might be your shoulder. You never know, basically. And then it played everywhere, and it played during the Oscars, which was hilarious. I got some really funny messages during the Oscars, and people in my life, from elementary school and things, and my drama teacher from high school, she reached out to me, and it was very nice. I feel really grateful for that experience.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so great. It's so great. I remember we were at I can't remember which film festival after party I had come to. Yeah. And it was during the Oscars. Because the Oscars were playing at TIFF, and that's when you were getting, we were at some like brewery.
Yeah.
It was on the TV, but then your phone just went insane because people were at like the light box watching the Oscars, and then your face was on like the massive screen.
That was hilarious. Like, that was so funny. It's like, you can't think of these things.
No.
I think when we think of acting or what we want, it's, it's those, or what people think of, it's like, you want to book the role, book a show. But then there's things like this that happen that are really cool and interesting. A way, like, I don't know. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I don't know. It was so bizarre. But I loved it a lot, and would love to do more Skip the Dishes. I don't know.
She's available to smash.
I'm available. I'm very available. So, yeah.
One thing that I don't remember, correct me if I'm wrong, when you and I first met, I don't remember really focusing on, did you even think about doing voiceover, or were you just starting to do voiceover at that time?
Wow. I think I can't even, I think maybe I just started thinking about it. So voiceover has changed my life. I feel extremely grateful to be a voice actor. I love it so much. And again, in being in a booth, I just feel like I understand. I mean, obviously I'm learning every day, but I just feel so at home in a booth. And I have to shout out Melanie Davis, my now agent, actually my voice agent. She championed me. She was my mentor and my coach, and she saw something in me that I didn't. And voice is a different, it's just a different, it's different than on-screen acting. And you get to forget about vanity and all of that aspect of acting, I guess, and really just focus on character and voice. And I love working with sound engineers and working with the people who are magicians, and they can, cut together, splice my voice together. And anyway, I just love it. I love it so much. I feel really grateful that I get to do it. It could all change, on a dime, I guess. But right now, that's been really life-changing.
Yeah.
So,
And like it's allowed you, again, correct me if I'm wrong, to be like a full-time, like this is your job.
yes, this is my job, which we're knocking on wood.
Knocking on the wood.
Knocking on wood right now.
Mhm.
This is my job, which is crazy to say. Again, could change tomorrow. But right now, yes, this is my job is acting. And I feel really, really grateful. I think 4 years ago, we would have never,
Yeah.
that was the goal, but the way I got here is so different than I had imagined. My
Mhm.
voice really opened up this other world. And I love talking about voice acting and helping friends get into it. And like, there's a lower barrier to entry, I find,
Mm.
than on screen acting. And yeah, I would love to get more into character work,
Mm.
animation, video game work. That's my goal for this upcoming year. There's so many talented, like insanely talented voice actors in Toronto, so it's definitely a tough thing to break into. But yeah, I love it so much. Feel very, very lucky that I get to do it.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Something that you're talking about goals for this year, focusing more on your acting.
Yes.
One thing again that stuck out to me in our episode was talking about a goals list that you had at the time, which was, you kind of set up what do I need to do to succeed as an actor, just like we would do for what do I need to succeed as a doctor, as a business analyst, as whatever. List, 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 list. And yours were like get headshots, get an agent, take an acting class, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you have a list of goals now?
Written down? No.
Yeah.
I should. I should get back to journaling and goal setting. I think it was easy for me to I don't know, to do that. It was easy. It sounds like privileged idea that okay, if I do this and this and this, I'll be an actor. And now that
Guilty of it too.
I am, doing this and there's so many factors that you can't set a goal for. Like you cannot anticipate that affect your career. I mean, I think goal setting is very important and I have specific things I'd like to achieve, but you realize some things are out of your hands, some things actually you can control. I don't think I'm making any sense, but
Yes, you are.
once you're in it, um it, I don't know. I think this conversation is a really good reminder for me to kind of maybe really set in stone what I'd like to achieve because you just get kind of lost in it, I think, in the day to day. And I don't ever want to get too comfortable. Basically, I still want to keep pushing and keep working with more creative people, keep working on great projects. And for me, it's just like about telling important stories. Actually, I think what I really want to focus on is uh, like women's health, and that's what we focused on in You Deserve It. And there's so many things that are underrepresented, and yeah, I think I would just like to continue focusing on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it totally makes sense. I think what made me kind of triggered in my brain when you were saying that was the idea of momentum, I think. And we hear that word a lot. I know I have as an actor, but I've also heard it as just as a human being living on the planet. Like, where I think people are like, oh, this happened to you and that happened to you. You have to capture this momentum, keep it going, take advantage of this momentum, which is like doesn't actually exist. It's like a fake thing that somebody has made that doesn't actually exist in this industry. And it's like, okay, well, there's this momentum train and I'm on it right now. So I need to stay on it, but I'm like clinging onto it for dear life. Like, no, that doesn't actually exist. Like you were saying, it could just disappear tomorrow. So I think it's like, I don't know who benefits from the idea of capturing your momentum. I'm sure it's, shitty acting gurus, I don't know, who benefit financially from it.
Yeah.
Like, there is no momentum. Yeah, sure, you can be a flash in the pan and like, huge things can happen to you overnight, but just the same, the flip opposite's the case.
Exactly. So even you have so kindly talked about my Skip the Dishes ad, for example, that feels like not because of me. Like that doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like I should really be celebrating me in that sense because it I just so happen to be part of it in a way.
Right.
It
Yeah.
feels like so many elements had to happen. So many people worked on that incredible like production
Mhm.
that I just happen to be part of it. It doesn't really feel like my personal success in a way.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
I think for me the most exciting part of that was the on-set experience and how positive that was. It is cool to have people see your work, I will
Mhm.
say, but that doesn't really feel like it's so out of my control is what I'm trying to say. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
really feel like my success. I don't know.
I feel that. I feel that in a way that's because there is I wonder if it's more like because you're just an actor. That sounds so bad. But like when like You Deserve It feels like yours. You wrote it, you produced it, you also acted in it. To me, that this You Deserve It is way more precious to me than like an acting
Yes.
gig I've booked.
Yeah.
Because there is more of us in it. And I wonder if that's an all around feeling from all people. Maybe that's why so many actors become producers. Because
Yeah.
it's more precious when you've like really had to do the the logical brain side of things.
Yeah.
And it's like you got to be an actor, but you also had a say in how it went.
Mhm.
Where like a lot of things, the acting thing, like you just show up and they basically like puppet you around. And you're like,
Yeah.
did I actually do anything?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And exactly.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's interesting.
it is interesting. Um, Over like again, the last 4 years of these episodes, one of my favorite questions I always like asking people was like advice for people looking to change careers into acting later on in life. The advice you gave in your episode was do background and take an acting class.
Yes.
Is there any new advice or different advice that you would add that you're now 4 years later?
Yeah. I still think doing background acting is really beneficial to
Mhm.
get on set experience. It can be grueling work, um, but like I still think it's really a great way to get your foot in to be on set. Again, acting classes, like I still workshops. A lot of casting directors in Toronto do a lot of workshops.
Yes, this has stayed since the pandemic. Sorry to interrupt you,
Yes,
but
yeah.
they're still doing it.
They're still doing a lot of workshops. That hasn't really changed. I feel like it's accessible to do a
Mhm.
lot of these workshops and these acting lessons. Okay, sorry, you asked me for new advice. I was just
That's okay,
I was just reiterating,
but it's
old
important advice.
Um, find this sounds so lame, but find friends and people that you want to make things with if that's something you're interested in. I will say, like, I think sometimes I find it like a bit all sometimes all I want to do is be that actor
Yeah.
who gets to be puppeted. Like I want to work as an actor.
Yes. I don't
Sometimes
want to produce anymore. It makes
sometimes
me
we
sleepy.
have to make our own things,
Yeah.
which I'm very like I love doing as well. But at the same time, sometimes I do want to like be that actor. And
Yes, please.
so advice for that is find those people that you genuinely love being around. Um, a great example is our friend Laura Stubbs, excellent writer.
Mm-hmm.
We built a friendship first, and then we started working together. And because we had that trust and that friendship, um, we were able to make some really great things together, and we still work together. And but it doesn't feel like transactional. It doesn't. It feels collaborative, and we trust each other, and that has been so motivating. And I think with this as well, with acting, it can feel really isolating in your in my case, closet a lot, doing auditions by yourself. And I think it's important to go to film festivals. There's a lot of film festivals.
Mm-hmm.
And that way you get to watch. And there's so many excellent like short films and people who are making things. So just getting out there, getting out of your, getting out there, putting yourself out there, meeting new people. But in a genuine way, not in a way where you're trying to career build or like, what can I take from this person? It's just literally just building your community.
Mhm.
I think that's the number one thing I tried to do was just how do I meet people in this industry? It seems really scary. But I've actually found everyone to be quite supportive of each other because we all want each other to succeed and to make high quality things. So honestly, yeah, finding film festivals to go to and yeah, getting out there, joining with. I feel like I probably said that. WIFT is Women in Film and Television, incredible organization. So I'm always pro joining with.
Yes,
I feel
absolutely.
like that's like my number one advice.
Yeah. It's funny because, again, in your episode, you said something very similar about being like, I'm in my voiceover booth right now. I'm in my closet.
Oh.
It can be lonely and isolating. And yeah, I think that community building, and I've talked about this ad nauseum on this podcast about how important it is, especially for an industry like Toronto, an industry like Canada, let's be honest, that is still very small and not recognized globally. And for the most part, we need to champion each other and champion each other's work, because as of right now, there is nothing beneficial about being competitive with each other. I haven't seen it. Please correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but like compared to LA and New York, where it just seems like, if it was school, they'd be like, I'm going to sneak into the library and tear parts out of the textbook so other people can't read it, right? It just seems very, very cutthroat.
Yeah.
Because it's like, no, there's only 5 slices of pizza and I need, like, if they're all gone, as soon as they're gone, right? It's like, no, we're here. It's like, no, like that doesn't exist. It's not a no-sum game, right? Like, I think we're being way more negative in our industry in Canada if we are trying to compete against each other.
Absolutely.
And I know that sounds kind of funny because, yeah, of course, there is like a limited amount of roles. But I think where we are as an industry right now, we need to champion each other's work because we've seen what happens, because we're in 2026 and heated rivalry just happened. Like, hello.
Yes. I was about to say, like,
Yeah,
what an incredible, and it's like, of course, like there's no surprise for us.
we are not surprised.
We're not
Canada is not surprised.
Like, of course, this show, like it's oh, what a great show.
What a great show.
Should we just talk about that?
Yeah.
For the rest.
Well, I remember, and again, shout out to Jacob Tierney, who's involved with Letterkenny as well too.
Yes.
Letterkenny also had that little bit of like sneak into the States, right? Like I can't remember which actor it was, Brad Pitt or someone, watched the show and made some comment on the red carpet about like the vernacular, how they speak in Letterkenny, and wasn't it funny? And then I just blew up. And again, all of us here in Canada are like, we are not surprised.
Yeah.
Like, stop saying that this is like, whoa. You're like, no. We have been making exceptional quality programming with literally no money for so long. We ain't surprised.
Yeah.
We're very proud.
Very proud. So
yeah. And I hope it's a shift, right? And I think, who knows, we can be optimistic, or we can be, a realist. But everyone's saying, look at what they did with no money. Heated rivalry, and it just exploded. No Nepo babies in that. Right? Like
that we know of.
Yeah. But like, these young actors who like are amazing and have done, like, I saw Hudson Williams done a bunch of their CanCon, right? And explodes it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's incredible.
It's incredible. So hopefully it's a huge wake up call to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hope so.
I don't know. We'll see. But I'll just keep watching it as many times as humanly possible to get them views.
I'm coming to the cottage.
Coming to the cottage. Do you have anything you're looking forward to coming up this year? 2026.
Oh my gosh.
Why do I say expand? You made a film.
Yes. Okay, that's what I'm looking forward to. Oh my God. I was like, yes. So the film Middling that I produced, I'm so incredibly excited about that. We're in post-production. It's a beautiful film. Naomi Eidinger is incredible, and she's the director, writer, actor, crazy. She's amazing. And so I'm
going to interrupt because we saw when our film premiered at the Toronto Short Film Festival. That was the first time, like, we were like, it was so exciting to see our work on a big screen.
Yeah.
Naomi's work also was there.
Yes.
And it's just incredible.
Yeah, we cold emailed her and said, like, can we meet for coffee?
She's so talented.
So maybe we should talk about her for the rest of it. She's amazing.
But again, I think that, sorry to interrupt you, like, that's an incredible, like, I love that story.
Yeah.
Right? We're at this film festival, we're watching all these short films. one of them that wasn't ours, like stuck out to us so much. We're like, who made that?
Yes.
I want to find
I
you.
want to be friends with
I want to
her.
be friends with you.
And that's what I did. I
that's
just
what happened.
forced my friendship upon her. And now we worked together. And that was a really interesting. We unfortunately had to cancel the shoot all 3 days within 24 hours of shooting. And that's just an unprecedented thing. And for me, that was really stressful. I guess it happens a lot. Things
It
get
just
rescheduled.
happened to me.
Yeah, it happens
Yeah.
all the time. Again, I don't know what I'm doing and I'm new to this. So learnings and anyway, we ended up, it was an incredible shoot days, and
you're in post-production for
we're
that
in
now.
post-production now. We just locked down our colorist. Excited about that. And yeah, I can't wait. So I think, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, to see the end result. I think, I don't know. I just really want to keep working. I just
Mhm.
want to work. And
Mhm.
so pushing myself and to honestly keep training. I think that's so important. I'd like to try writing again. Even though I just said I want to focus on acting, like I just feel like,
Yeah.
I'd like to write again. I have an idea for a short, so we'll see. But I'm traveling to visit
Yes.
my very soon to visit my brother in Australia with my whole family, and that's very special. So I think spending some family time. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. And you know what's going to happen when you're there? You're going to book some books.
And then I'll fly back, and it'll be fine. Yeah. So yeah,
I love that. Do you have any final words
Oh
of
my
wisdom or
God.
advice?
words of wisdom or advice
I said that so many times in the
in
last
your life.
4 years.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
in the last 4 years.
I love it.
I don't know. Go out and support your friends doing things, watch their plays, go to their improv shows, support the arts in any way that you can.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I don't know. I wish I had something hilarious to say, or like a button, or
I can't remember what I asked you in the last. I don't think I had that question yet. As like episode 1.
episode 1. This is crazy.
There was no one else who could be my first guest. Which I said that as well.
so
Like,
nice.
there's literally no one else who could be it. You were my first acting friend.
That is true. That is crazy. And look at us.
I know.
Here we are. Here we are.
Make shit.
Yeah. Make stuff if you can. If you're wanting to. I guess if you're interested in producing or anything, voice acting or anything, let me know. I love to.
I now remember what you said.
Oh, what did I say?
You said if you're interested in background acting or if you ever need a reader,
Yes.
reach out to me.
I love helping.
Look at you are like the most people
so
person.
I actually still love helping people read for auditions.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Please reach out to me. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love it. Yeah. You're such a people. You just know. I don't know.
That's so nice.
You're so nice. Oh, yay. Wow.